So basically এক্সাম যত আগিয়ে আসছে মনের মধ্যে প্রশ্ন আসছে যে হাউ কুইক আই ক্যান প্রিপেয়ার মাই সিলেবাস শর্ট টাইমের মধ্যে। আমি আবার একটা কথা বলতে চাই, ক্লাস 12 is one of the bestest time for the students age. আমরা জানি যে আমরা প্রত্যেকেই করোনা পরিস্থিতির মধ্যে দিয়ে যাচ্ছি, কিন্তু ক্লাস 12 এর এক্সামটাকে যদি আমরা একটু সিনসিয়ারলি দিই তাহলে আমরা ইন ক্লাস 12 এর পরবর্তী যে পদক্ষেপ and understanding about the wonderful chapter you have in an exam, this is called the dissolution accounting. Question come in our mind, sir, how to do the dissolution accounting? Do you have any tricks, tips and any procedure that we can do the dissolution accounting very easily in a very understanding manner? Yes, we have. And for that reason today I'm just shooting the video to share you all the shortest tips, tricks and technique that how can you do the dissolution accounting very easily, very smartly, very gently, without thinking a lot. এরপরে আমরা ডিসকাস করব some questions, numerical question and the solutions, but small request students, small request. I know there are a lot of YouTubers in the world, but still I'm taking a very short initiative for you guys only. If you really wanted to appreciate my short initiative for you guys, so please like, share and subscribe my channel, because এই চ্যানেলটা থেকে তোমরা আরো ভিডিও পাবে, আরো লেকচার পাবে, আরো লাইভ লেকচার পাবে regarding the topic that what is very important for you. So please appreciate. Thank you for your support. And now I'm just moving to the question. Okay? So basically dissolution accounting. কোয়েশ্চেনটা আমরা কিরকম এক্সপেক্ট করতে পারি, কি বা কোয়েশ্চেন আসতে চলেছে সেটা আমরা জানি না। আচ্ছা, একটু ফান্ডামেন্টাল আইডিয়াটাকে ক্লিয়ার করি। হোয়াট ইজ ডিসলিউশন অ্যাকাউন্টিং? ফ্যাক্টফুলি, পার্টনার্স আর ক্লোজিং দেয়ার অ্যাকাউন্ট। Are closing their partnership business. Question come naturally that why? Several reasons could be there. There is one of my video. If you want to verify one, theoretically understand what is dissolution, please watch that video. Now the question comes, sir, পরীক্ষায় কেরকম কোয়েশ্চেন দিতে পারে? সে যেটা দিতে পারে, you have some balance it, এটা দিতে পারে নাম্বার ওয়ান, অ্যান্ড এর সাথে কিছু অ্যাডিশনাল ইনফরমেশন দিতে পারে। Some additional informations. কি ধরনের ইনফরমেশন? Why this kind of information? I'll just come to later. But we need to understand there are two different steps we first focus. Number one, primary settlement. And number two, secondary settlement. So student, first question comes, what is primary settlement? Primary settlements, what are the job need to be done? Try to understand primary settlement. In primary settlement, suppose this is a balance sheet. And আমরা প্রত্যেকেই জানি ব্যালেন্স শিটের দুটো সাইড, একটা হচ্ছে অ্যাসেটস, একটা হচ্ছে লায়াবিলিটি। সো I'm writing assets and this is liabilities. Now the question comes, how do you settle your account? Suppose you have given some fixed assets, maybe the land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and fittings, whatever. You have given different fixed assets. And also you are given some current assets. Stock, data, bills receivable, bank or cash, different assets can be given. Similarly, in the liability side, we have given liability like number one, partners capital, any kind of reserve, profit and loss, and including some current liabilities. So you have given all the assets, all the liabilities in the different sides of the balance sheets. So question comes, sir, you said primary settlement, মানে আমাদেরকে আগে যেটা করতে হবে primary settlement, কি করব? সিম্পল, একটু এই কোশ্চেনটার দিকে ফোকাস করে সবাই দেখবে, কনসেন্ট্রেট করো। Now listen very carefully. আমাদের করতে তো হবে কি, প্রাইমারি পোস্টিং মানেটা কি? প্রাইমারি পোস্টিং মানে হচ্ছে ব্যালেন্স শিটে যে সকল ডেটাগুলো দেওয়া আছে, any data given to the balance sheet we have to post into in these three different accounts. One more account need to open if you have given the partner's loan, any individual partner, so we have to open the partner's loan account. That is a different issue. The question comes, what to do? Very simple. All the fixed assets যেটা আমরা ব্যালেন্স শিটের রাইট সাইডে লিখি, আমি বারবার বলছি in the right side we have to exchange the side from right to left, means রাইট সাইডে যে ফিক্সড অ্যাসেট গুলো লিখি সেটা আমরা রিয়েলাইজেশনে ট্রান্সফার করব from right to the left. So it is going to become 2. Okay, one more thing would like to tell you. রিয়েলাইজ করা মানে আইদার আমরা অ্যাসেটটাকে ওপেন মার্কেটে সেল করছি, অথবা কোনো একটা পার্টনার্স, এনি ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল পার্টনার ট্রাইং টু টেক ওভার দ্য অ্যাসেটস। There are two options. Now if I'm selling the asset into the open market, so basically the journal entry will be bank account debit to realization account. This is going to be the journal entry. Bank account debit to realization account. And the time we are doing the posting, it will be in the realization account. We first have to write to bank account. And all the fixed assets and current assets except the bank balance, we have to write to the debit side. All the fixed and current assets. Similarly, all the liabilities what we are going to realize, প্রত্যেকটা লাইবিলিটিকে আমাদেরকে লিখতে হবে to the credit side. So it is by sundry liability account. Okay, so what I'm saying that primarily all the assets in the book of balance sheet we have to transfer to the sundry assets in the debit side, and the liability also in the book of liabilities in the balance sheet we have to transfer to the realization account credit side. So primary posting is done. एंड नाउ आगे जाके हमको क्या करना पड़ेंगे, अभी सेकेंडरी पोस्टिंग, बट उसके पहले एक काम वी हैव टू ऐड What we need to do, in the liability column to the balance sheet, one thing will given, that is partners capital. We have to write down the partners capital into the credit side of partners capital account by balance BD. So what are the name of the partners? Suppose X, Y and Z. We have to write down the amount into the column X, Y and Z. One more thing, now you have given the bank account or the cash account into the book of balance sheet. The opening balance of bank or cash you have to write to the debit side of the bank account, calling to balance BD, brought down to the opening bank account. Okay, almost the primary posting is done. Now we should come to the secondary posting, but before entering to the secondary posting, I would like to tell you one thing. What is secondary posting all about? Let me tell you. Few things could be happen. Few things. Number one, all the assets either could be taken away by the partners, option number one, and option number two, either we can sell the asset into the open market. খুব সিম্পল কথায় বলতে গেলে বিজনেসে এতদিন পর্যন্ত যা অ্যাসেটস ছিল সেই টোটাল অ্যাসেটকে আমরা আইদার ওপেন মার্কেটে সেল করতে পারি whatever the price we are getting it, or these assets can be taken away by the individual partner. Maybe X take the asset, Y take the asset, any individually. Question comes in, then what to do? Simple. First you concentrate to the journal. If any partner want to take away the assets, so the journal will come, very simple journal. The journal will come excess capital account debit. Suppose X is taken away. To that particular assets account. And suppose any partner want to sell the assets into the open market, then the journal will be bank account debit to particular asset account, to that assets account. So in very simple form, if you're trying to just do the posting like that, it could be realization এর কি postingটা হবে। Finally, যখন আমরা assetটা ব্যাংকে sell করছি, we are selling the asset into the bank, so we have to write in the credit side by bank account. And after that, we have to write down all the number of assets. 1, 2, 3. Whatever we are selling to the bank. In the bank column, to the debit side, we have to write to realization account. And all the assets we are taken away. Okay. Now, as I said, if any individual partner would like to take away the assets, so it will be by that particular partner's capital account, say excess partners or excess capital account. And similarly, that particular asset we have to write to the partner's capital account to the debit side to realization account. and also write down the amount of the asset into the debit side of X account. Clear? So secondary posting, the first part of the secondary posting is clear. Now coming to the second part of the secondary posting. Now the question comes up, then what about the liabilities? How do we can transact the liabilities? Very simple. All the liabilities, all the liabilities, whatever the liabilities we write into the realization account. Question में बोला थक माना था. Once you are realizing the asset to the open market, it is the responsibility of the business to repayment of the liability. শুধুমাত্র আমি অ্যাসেট গুলোকে ওপেন মার্কেটে সেল আউট করলাম, পার্টনাররা টেক ওভার করে নিল বিকজ দিস ইজ অ্যাসেট এন্ড লাইবিলিটিকে ভুলে গেলাম, তাহলে হবে না. We have to realize the liability also. How? লাইবিলিটিটাকে রিয়েলাইজ করবার জন্য we have to involve two accounts, bank account as well as partner capital account as well as realization account. কিভাবে করব? All the liabilities whatever we are writing into the credit side of the realization account. Now once you are realizing to the open market, means ধর আমি লাইবিলিটির টাকাটা আমি তাদেরকে ব্যাংক থেকে পেমেন্ট করে দিলাম, so it will come to the two bank account, and then we have to write down all the liability one after one. Clear? Similarly, in the bank column we have to write by realization account. All the amount one after one. Okay, now liability যদি আমি open market এ realize করি, now this is going to be the transaction. Now sometime it could be happen that we are not realizing the liability into the open market. Any partner wanted to pay the liability by himself or herself. Still the business is going to be insolvent. Partner wanted to take care of the business. Now if any partner wanted to take care of the liability, it will be the to that particular partner's capital, or maybe Y wanted to take over liability, so it will be Y's capital account. And also in the Y's capital account, into the credit side we have to write by realization. Only amount should be come to the Y column, not any other column, only Y column. Clear? Almost done, huh? Almost done. One thing could become that suppose in this whole procedure there are some realization expenses. Then sir, what to do? The realization expenses should come to the partner's capital, bank account and the realization account. Where in the realization account debit side, once I'm writing two bank account, here we can also write realization expenses. Okay. Similarly, as I said, the realization expenses in the bank column by the credit side by realization account. In the credit side, this is realization expenses. Expenses for realization. So simple. Now finally it is the time to close our account, my boys and girls. Finally, after doing all the primary posting and secondary posting, primary posting one-sided, secondary posting two-sided, primary posting one-sided, secondary posting two-sided. Any asset we are going to realize in the open market, bank account and realization account has to be transacted. In between, any assets is being taken over by the any individual partner, that partner's particular capital account and the realization account involved. Any liability, it is paid by the bank account, so it will be bank account and the realization account involved. Any liability that is taken over by the partners, that partners account and the realization account involved. Almost done. Almost done. Just one thing. Just one thing. Might have a question, sir, you have given any fund into the balance sheet, or you have given profit and loss account into the balance sheet. Then what? Simple thing. You have given any fund or profit and loss account, then you first have to write to that particular amount in the partner's capital account credit side by profit and loss account, or by that particular fund account, reserve fund account. So now there is a question comes, sir, how can we distribute? Obviously in the question you have given some old profit sharing ratio, মানে পার্টনারদের আগে যে প্রফিট শেয়ারিং রেশিও ছিল সেই রেশিওতে we have to distribute this particular amount of profit among the partners and also the reserve fund among the partners. Almost finished. Now we have to close the account. First realization account টাকে close করতে হবে, debit side and credit side. Whatever the difference is going to be treated as a realization profit or loss. Suppose the balance will come to the debit side, it is realization profit. And any balance coming to the credit side, it is realization loss. Whatever it may be, profit or loss. Profit হলে আমরা প্রফিটটাকে old রেশিওতে distribute করব, and from the realization account it will transfer to the profit and loss account by realization account, by realization profit. And loss hole again we have to distribute from these two sides to realization loss. Okay, finally we have to close the partner's capital. Now if I'm going to close the partner's capital, now listen very carefully. Whatever the balance of the partners is, আমি তো বিজনেসটা বন্ধ করে দিচ্ছি. The business will no more continue. Once the business will no more continue, partners capital balance, it will not be treated as the partners capital balance, so it will be treated as the bank, because whatever the remaining balance, bank, the partners will take over the assets, so it will be to bank account. And similarly the amount we have to transfer to the bank column in the opposite sides, I think by partners capital. Okay, and obviously all the amount we have to transfer like that. Now question comes, how do you understand that your question is correct or wrong? Is there any clue that we can easily understand my question is correct? Yes, we can. এত কিছু করার পর finally if you found that your bank column both the sides coming similar, the same amount of balance, means it's tally in both the sides, means you are doing the correct one. So this is all about the dissolution account. After doing the primary and the secondary posting, we can finish the account like that.